developing children usually begin walking between 12 and 18 months of age. At this point, they're really able to independently explore their environment. Parents and grandparents often find it necessary to child-proof their home because these little guys are active and interested learners. Walking has other benefits as well. It promotes good growth in bones and maximal function of organs. It's important to help children with disabilities explore their environments and support walking as well. Walkers like this one and gait trainers can provide the kind of support that they need. Walkers work best when a child can support themselves on their arms and have pretty good balance and control while walking. Gait trainers work better when the child isn't able to hold on to the walker or stand without some extra support. You'll notice that the gait trainer is quite a bit larger and more stable than the walker. This particular gait trainer is a Rifton Pacer Gait Trainer. It's designed to fit through 32-inch doorways, nice, so you don't have to widen your doorways right away, and will fit in most people's car trunks. It can be used as a forward walker or as a reverse walker, whichever matches the child's needs best. They come in 5 different sizes. This one is a mini, appropriate for a very young walker, and they go all the way to a large size that would be appropriate for a teenager. The key measurement for deciding which size of gait trainer is best for your child is their elbow height, from the floor to where their elbow bends. This mini is made for a child that would be about 15.5 inches to 20 inches in elbow height, and they can have a maximum weight of about 50 pounds. The wheels can be adjusted for your child. When everything is free, you'll notice that the wheel will swivel around and go in all directions. This isn't the best setup for some children. If your child tends to veer sideways in their gait trainer, you can turn the swivel locks on. That's this white button on the top. It can be turned on either this direction or this direction. Press it down and that locks the swivel in place so it'll only go in one direction. Some children may have a tendency to travel forward or backward with their walker after they stop, and you may want to limit the amount of traveling that walker does for them. Then you would turn on the directional locks. Right now, with the directional switch lock there, it will roll in both directions. If you push it down, it will only go in one direction, preventing it from rolling backwards. The wheel drag feature can be turned on for children who just need to slow down. On the front of the wheel here, there is a setting with a rabbit and a turtle. When it's set to rabbit, the wheel will move as easy and as fast. If we set it to turtle, a little bit of drag is applied that just makes the walker push harder and slows them down a little bit. It can be a way to build strength for some children. The basic gait trainer consists of the frame only with no positioning prompts, and it comes in a lot of different colors. There are several different kinds of positioning aids or prompts available for the Pacer Gait Trainer. Your physical therapist will work with you and your child to identify which ones will best suit their needs. The first one I'm going to show you is the chest prompt, and it's used for trunk support. It comes in 3 sizes, so the therapist will need to measure the circumference of your child's trunk to make sure that they get the right size. These are the clamps that hold the chest prompt on, and they go right behind the main frame. And twist it down securely. The chest prompt itself has 2 posts that slide into those clamps and can be adjusted at different heights with this white button. This adjustment on the chest prompt changes the width of the chest prompt for the child, and it also positions it in a tilting forward or backward arrangement. For children that are pretty independent walkers, you can leave the chest prompt a little bit loose. The children that need extra support need to have it in tight. These straps allow the chest prompt to open and be adjusted for how much pressure is put on the trunk, how much support is provided. Arm prompts are used to support the arms. They can be attached right here in front of the main frame. They can be attached to the inside of the frame, or if you need a bit more room because someone's growing, it can be attached to the outside of the frame as well. For some children, you may not want a side positioning of the arm prompts, and they can be mounted in front in this manner. The arm prompt itself is on a post that slides down into that bracket, and the height can be adjusted by pushing the white button in and setting it for the correct height for your child. These can be positioned in many ways. For instance, this knob right here allows that adjustment to be made. This one allows the handhold to be moved in or out or rotated at any angle which seems appropriate for the child. And this adjustment allows for an angle to be turned this way, or to be moved forward or backward along the post. It can really be customized just exactly for the position your child needs. Once it's positioned, you can use these Velcro straps to hold arms and hands in place if needed. And they're very soft and comfortable. This is the hip positioning prompt. It helps align the pelvis for walking. There's this piece, and then there's two handholds that go on the back of the bar. Just slide them on here. And like the hand prompts, it can be positioned to the inside or outside of the frame, whichever seems to suit best. The hip positioner has a front and a back. The front has these little snap-in brackets, and the back has some rings. The front brackets of the hip positioner can be positioned in a lot of different places, whatever makes the best sense. They can be attached to the upright posts of the arm, to the upright post of the trunk support, or actually to the frame itself. For demonstrating, I'm going to put them on the frame. The back section of the hip positioner, just the ring slides into the handholds and it locks in place. You can adjust the height of the hip positioner using those buttons to go up and down in back, and you can adjust the height of the front part of the hip positioner by pulling these straps. This hip positioner has the optional soft pad when extra cushioning is needed. These are several of the positioning aids or prompts that are available for the Pacer, but there are a few more that we don't have today. One is the pelvic support that's an alternative to this hip positioner, may be better for some children. Another is thigh prompts. The child scissors when they're walking, a thigh prompt will help their gait stay in alignment. Another option is ankle prompts. They limit the stride of the child and attach to the bottom of the frame along here. When it's needed, you can also get an extra set of handholds. It'd be hard to fit one on a gait trainer this small. And also a tray for a communication device can be attached in front here. The maximum weight of the communication device is 10 pounds. Otherwise, we start to worry about tipping over. Two other prompts that are available for the Pacer Gait Trainers is an attendant guide. An attendant guide is a large bar that goes around and helps an adult sort of aim the child that's walking in a particular direction. Another option is a loop style handhold instead of these grasps. Here's a tip. All of the prompts and positioning aids on the Gait Trainer can be cleaned with just mild detergent. Here's another tip. If the Velcro is losing its grip and it doesn't seem to be sticking well, you can clean the grippy portion by combing out any little lint or hairs that get in there. It's possible to just replace these too. Here's a tip. You'll want to wash the wheels with water after outdoor use. They can get pretty grungy and track a lot of stuff into the house. You'll want to avoid mud and sand outside. Don't use those petroleum-based or solvent-based lubricants. If you find that they are rubbing a little bit and you need to lubricate them, look for a lubricant that's silicone or graphite based. The Pacer's tires are tubeless and they're filled with polyurethane foam. They'll never require inflation.